today's series, we have a very special guest with us. Uh, the legend herself. Since we have a very special episode where we talk about marketing, we do not see any special or anybody best to feed this show than to invite Queen Nnendah. Let me know, take the honor of her. Let
You're
her
not pronouncing
let
right.
her introduce herself
All
by
right.
herself.
All right, guys. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you get to watch this video. My name is Nnendah, and in simple terms, I'm a marketing strategist. Simple terms. Don't bother about any other profile. I'm a marketing strategist. Yes. Thank you very much for having me here.
So yeah, so just a marketing strategist. We all agree. So search up up on LinkedIn or Facebook. You see a full portfolio there. So today we're having a quite an interesting discussion. We're talking about before before launch the products of pre-marketing before launch. If you hear the term pre-marketing, I think me coming from tech background, right, as a core developer, we all believe in the idea of going straight, build a product. When it hit the market, solve itself. We don't believe in we need to do it pre-marketing. So I think it was later on when I was in my career, I started the term pre-marketing or very pre-marketing strategy. In your field, what you heard about pre-marketing, what does it really mean?
So, pre-launch marketing strategy refers to the strategic promotional activities, right, that's being carried out by businesses whenever they want to launch products, or services, or a solution, right? It's a critical, very crucial stage, right? Phase in development because at this stage, this is where we build what is it called anticipation, and then we create loyal customer base for whatsoever product solutions that we are looking to launch into
Oh, okay. So pre-launch, pre-launch market strategy. Basically, like you said, around the pre-planning on, as the name, I think as the name implies, we pre-plan
the market.
to
Yeah, before the official
before the
launch.
official launch.
Yeah, before
Yeah.
the official launch.
So coming from technical background, like I said earlier, we often disregard the idea of marketing in general. To be honest, we also believe, oh, we build and push in the market. How vital is this pre-launch uh, marketing strategy important to a sort of a startup?
Okay, so it's very critical because at this point in time, let's say for instance, right, we when it comes to business, we are creating a product, a solution, a services. The first thing in mind is let's create a problem. So even though people, there isn't really, let's just sell the fact that
There's a problem.
there's a problem, right? And then let's now say we have the solution, right? So this brings me to where I talk about building anticipation and excitement, right? Now, there is a problem. You use to launch marketing strategies to be able to sell that problem. And people are like, okay, I never really saw this as a problem, but right, okay, this is a problem and we need a solution, right? So, and these people are saying they have a solution to it, right? So, this is a whole lot of things. People start saying, okay, can't wait to see, we're excited, they are anticipating this product, right? And then this now brings me to the next point, right? Where I talk about creating a loyal fan base. Then I say brand awareness, sorry. And then people now be like, okay, so they have the solution. Which people are these that are saying we have the solution, right? So they start talking about your brand. They start, these people are coming in to revolutionize all those English, this, that, you start hearing the next big thing to happen, right? And then it starts selling, establishing brand awareness for you, right? Now, this brings me to my next point where I talk about, so let's take, for instance, your products or services that you're trying to launch into the market. It's going to thrive more with having an email list, right? So at this critical stage, this is where you start building your mail list, right? So let's say, for instance, people are excited. People want to be part of this journey, right? And then the next thing that comes to mind is they want to be involved with the process. Now, this is where you start giving them this tip of you can sign up here, register for our newsletters here. People at this point in time, at this early stage, will be more than glad to be okay. Let's be among the early users or whatever benefit that will be coming as early users. You get these added benefits through pre-launch marketing strategy. Another thing is it helps you gather feedback, right? So let's say, for instance, these people are signing up, or let's say these early users become live testers, right? You start gathering feedbacks and validation from them using your product. So let's say, for instance, you have a platform. On the platform, people can delete stores, and people start telling you we need the delete option, giving you certain feedbacks now, right? This feedback helps you understand what is feasible sorry, or not, right? What is feasible or not. Now, this is what pre-launch marketing strategy up you does, right? Another thing is it creates a competitive advantage. Now, let's say, for instance, you come in, right? You're selling a problem. What makes it different from, let's say, for instance, you're in the logistics business. You're trying to launch a logistics platform. What is different from the regular logistics platform? What are you doing different, right? At this point in time, people are looking at that thing that makes you stand out. Okay, he says this is what he's now offering alongside. This is what makes his look. So then I say, okay, let's give them a space. They are now eligible to stand alongside others because at least they have something added, so we can benefit from them and benefit from others. So it gives you an advantage to stand in the midst of competition, right? The competitive advantage. So you are not just the regular one of, you're not part of these same people who will say, okay, let's see how these people play the game, right? And I think this is what makes pre-launch marketing strategy very crucial.
That's quite insightful. So now that I think we have known how crucial it is for you or as a founder when building your startup to have an idea of your pre-launch marketing strategy. So in your own terms, I think they are not like a playbook for us to follow. Like in your own, with your own experience, yeah. What will you say is an effective pathway to come up with like an effective pre-launch marketing strategy?
Okay, for instance, let's I would say understanding your target audience, right? It's very, very crucial. So most like times, like the fashion brands, before when you see certain fashion brands bring out, they tell you we are for the high class, we are for students, we are for this. They've defined the market they want to sell. So whatever products, solutions, services you're trying to bring into the market, identify the people you want to sell. It makes marketing very easy. So we know who we are targeting, right? Understand your target audience. It's as simple as that. Okay, what we want to do is for whether the age, demographics, class, whatever it is, identify it at that crucial stage. Another thing is you want to develop a unique, right, value position. What makes it different from every other person? What's that one thing that you would use and hold your platform and say, okay, this other platform does this, but this one you guys now have this, or something that just changes the concept of the regular thing, right? So you want to see that and why it is okay, and you see that our ideas are nice and everything. You want to very sit down and say, this is what we are selling out as our value proposition. So let's take for instance, our product is supposed to have a lot of features, amazing features, right? It's okay that we have those amazing features, right, alongside with it. But when it comes to marketing, you just want to have one thing you can sell that can attract, right? So it's not going about and today we are hearing my platform can do this, tomorrow we are hearing my platform can do this. Like you're just everywhere. We want to be able to add what makes you different. Just tell us. That's one thing that makes you. Every other thing, just leave it. When they come on the platform, they get to experience and become people who even talk about those things to others, right? So have a unique value proposition. Another thing is create engaging content. So create engaging content is not you have ring lights, have a mic, let's go and I have videographer, photographer. Why those things are very okay. If why they're nice. Creating engaging content is more or less like what I would say is carrying your users, right, your target audience through your journey. right, through your journey. Let's take for instance, though I've not done a crucial research into the Gucci Mix, their marketing plan and all of that, but there's one thing that I would say I try to connect the dots about is that they were able to offer their blenders to influencers, probably for free or at a discount. And these let's say for instance, are influencers. When you see your favorite food influencer using Gucci Mix and the little rishi that we can do with the blender, it sends this message of where can I get my own, right? And this is what engaging content is, right? You want to be able to like be able to get users to be part of. So let's say, for instance, if you want to do giveaways, right? You want to understand what type of giveaways are we giving. The giveaway should be centered around what brings back something to us, whether it is brand awareness or whatsoever. Do something that brings in, and this also makes me talk about creating pre-launch activities and campaigns, right? So the same thing with the Gucci Mix branded stuff, right? You want to be able to have, let's say for instance, I would say Gucci Mix blenders, they created this, they use this user generated marketing type, right? And you want to be able to get, let's say for instance, users to, first of all, test a product, talk about it, all of those, and get your users involved in marketing, right? Or find a way around getting them involved with um, what they do. I think basically that is major essential steps you can take. Another one I would like to highlight is influencers, leveraging influencers, right? It's very crucial. It's key that you it can be tricky, right? When you do not know how to use influencers for business. Like, let's say, for instance, my product is in the fashion industry, and I'm going to use um, an influencer in, what will I call it, comedy or something, right? It doesn't tally. So, except it's a partnership or there is a part of my product that wants to do comedy or something, right? There we can say, okay, let's get influencers in this other industry involved. But outside that, you want to be able to understand your product and your industry and find influencers within your industry because they are the ones who are in the best fit to be able to know how to market your product and give it the right audience. A whole lot of products right now with a whole lot of mixed audience that they don't even know because using influencers from here, everybody with followers will just, which is not key. So I think if we can be able to carefully follow these essential steps, I think pre-launch marketing strategy can be very easy and successful to go about.
Wow, that is quite insightful on the different aspects or the different steps we need to take to have a successful pre-launch marketing strategy. So now I know you have worked with a lot of funders, both technical and non-technical funders. What do you say have been their major challenge when it comes to functioning or coming up with a pre-launch uh, marketing strategy? Actually, I think there are two kind of founders. We have the technical, the one coming from a technical background, like was developer working in the system before,
Yeah.
and the other one coming from maybe outside tech generally. What do you think have been their major challenge, the first, when it comes to coming up with these strategies?
I think one thing I would say for both of them, one, first of all, is right, looking into development, managing multiple tasks, let's face the development, the engineering part, the designing part, the
What do you think? You have worked with a lot of funders, right? And what do you think have been their major challenge they face so far? No, we have two kind of funders. We have the technical funders and the non-technical funders. Yeah. What do you think have been their major challenge they face when they come up with a perfect pre-launch marketing strategy?
number one, I would say time constraints, right? So when it comes to development, it can be taxing, right? Be able to manage the engineering, the designs, the everything that involves in development. And most of the times, this thing can be so preoccupied, like occupying that we have little time left for marketing. At the end of the day, we are rushing market. Let's just put everything out there, right? So I would say one thing that they face challenges most of these founders face is time constraints. Another thing I would say, let's say for the non-technical, is lack of experience or knowledge, right? I would also say some technical founders don't even have knowledge of marketing, right? So I'll say it still goes for both, right? who don't have necessary marketing knowledge, right, or tactics, right? So it's okay to say we know that we should come online on social media. But another thing is understanding strategies, tactics, right, on how to go about whatsoever, what makes the regular posting different, right? So this is another thing I think founders tend to face in pre-launch marketing strategy. Another thing is limited resources. Remember, people say that when it comes to marketing, founders can have a boost money for that, and then they have what's it called? They just create peanuts or nothing at all.
You cut.
Nothing at all for marketing.
We hire an intern.
So I think that's another thing. But I think when you're bootstrapping or limited, what's it called, budget, can either pre-launch marketing offers, right? Can either pre-launch marketing offers. When you say we are bootstrapping, right, and all of those things, they can. It's all about limited resources, right? So I think founders face that very, very important. Like they face that limited resources that can cover up to marketing, right? And all of those things. So they tend to focus most of those resources on things they think gets the product or better. Another thing is unsensitive or sensitive, right? And risks, right? They tend to things like unpredicted market conditions, policies, regulations, and all of those things are founders face it a lot when during pre-launch marketing strategy. So you can just come up, we are marketing a particular thing, and before you know, we are seeing a bill or something pass out and say this particular thing no go work again. And it makes marketing difficult, right? It makes marketing difficult because at that point in time, you want to re-strategize, you want to do a whole lot of things, and if you're not careful enough, people who are sharp tend to notice these things and makes you look like unserious or a scam or something out there. So I think these are major challenges founders face.
Hmm. So I think when you were speaking earlier, you spoke about how most founders don't even know how to go about the marketing. So who, if I'm to run a startup, who is should be in charge of my pre-launch marketing strategy? Should I hire somebody that did marketing, or is their skill set in getting the right media for that role?
Okay, so I would say yes. If you're someone who, for instance, you're bootstrapping, I would say if you don't have the resources, marketing, nothing stops you from going to acquire a whole lot of resources, a whole lot of things out there that people have there and implement. As a founder, you should have basic knowledge of certain things, especially in the early stage of launch. You want to be everything, right? And you want to have this crucial basic knowledge on things. But yes, of course, it is very important for you to have somebody. Now, I'm not saying understanding and understanding the basics. I'm talking about understanding markets for what marketing is, understanding the way to be able to maneuver certain things. You know, during marketing, you can face certain challenges. A very good marketer that can be able to solve these challenges, right, during this, what's it called, marketing stages, right? Like I said before, if you don't get it right at your pre-launch marketing stage, it's going to be difficult when your business is supposed to start. That's why most times you see a whole lot of business products when they are launching there. Some of them even get it good, right? At that stage, they maybe hire a marketer at the launch marketing, so they hype the noise is there, blah blah blah. And then after then, maybe they relieve everybody, the development team, okay, we have launched, everybody is okay, pay everybody off, right? And they think that little noise will be able to sustain. And one thing about marketing is the IPO or the medium or the energy you use to start, you have to maintain it, right? Throughout, because until you be able to build your product to a point whereby users you have more of user generated marketing, where users do more of those marketing through word of mouth, online campaigns, and all of those things for you, right? But at that point in time, you want to make sure your marketing strategy are always at the hypex and all of those. So I would say yes. Everyone should be able to have founders have basic marketing knowledge, because another thing is if you do not even have the knowledge, when you hire someone to come and do, if the person is not doing anything, whatever the person says will go to you, like, just do your thing, just do it. And year in, year out, we're not seeing results. You won't understand where the only thing you can just say is you're not doing your work, you're not doing your work, you're not doing your work, right? And then you hire somebody else. But if you do not really understand, because first things first, you understand your product more than every other. In as much as you should be able to share and everybody gets the idea of whatever we're working on, but I don't think anyone will understand it better than you. So this is the one reason why you should have basic marketing knowledge so that you can be able to pour it in into whoever you're going to be bringing in, right, or whatever around.
Ah, okay. So I think part of our earlier discussion we discussed on one of the benefits we get from uh, pre-launch marketing is that we get feedback,
Yeah.
feedback from our potential users.
Yes.
What do you say? What does that feedback we get play in the success of a product or a startup?
Well, one thing I would say is validate assumptions, right? So, for instance, it's when you get feedbacks like that, it confirms, right, or challenges certain assumptions. When building a product, most of the ideas we have are just assumptions, right? So, at this stage, it confirms or validates or challenges these are assumptions, right? About our target audience, right? So let's take for instance our products. We say it's for high class. We come out and then we start most of the feedbacks we're getting and all of this. It gives us a better understanding if really the first target audience we think this is what our product is, if really it's for these people or whatever, it gives us a better understanding of our products, right? And all of that. Another thing I would say it informs product development, right? It informs product development. So products, what's it called? It provides valuable insight, right? Valuable insight for refining our product, right? So let's say our product has this user's flow. We've already created a user flow for it. Now, customer feedbacks help us get this better understanding if there should be a refining the user flow that we already have and all of those things. All right. So I think these are what's it called? Grows customer feed. Another thing is it brings customers, it builds customers' loyalty. When customers see, for instance, that's why you hear that some products have good customer service. So when they feel like what's it called? Feedbacks get seen, get heard. We see certain they are putting in the work to inculcate most of like I read most reviews on what is called Play Store, and most times you see a first feedback and then they come back and they say edit. So I noticed that this particular feature that was complained about has been worked on, blah blah blah. It gives people to want to always give feedbacks, talk about their displeasures and everything. So you create this loyal family where they feel like if you say something, they might probably look into it, walk into it, or give you an insight of why it's not going to work or whatsoever. And and that's really enhanced marketing efforts, right? It enhanced marketing efforts really. It helps create targeted and effective what's called marketing campaigns. At this point in time, we start knowing where to channel marketing energies and all of those things.
Okay, okay. So I know you have worked on various pre-launch marketing campaigns and the rest. So, what are some few, what I call red flags
Red flag.
you have seen? You say, oh, the way these guys are doing is there's not going to be a roadway here. Or what are some few red flags you have seen in in a pre-launch campaign? You say, oh, this is very bad. We should scrap this and do it like this.
Okay, number one is insufficient planning. So most people don't really plan for pre-launch market. They just see we suppose get pre-launch market and then they just create a page using flyers, using a whole lot of things. You get exhausted. Like, what will I say? You were exhausted a whole lot of things you think you had for pre-launch marketing strategy. You can say, just let's number one, let's talk about the product. Number two, let's do this. If you do not create a perfect plan, You exhaust certain things to sustain the period of pre-launch marketing. So let's say, for instance, we're supposed to do this for 3 months, and then you're just waking up one morning, creating a page, flyer. Trust me, it's going to be exhausted within 1 week or 2 weeks. At that point, that's when people will not start seeing what else can we talk about. How we're not getting the
Right
right
engagement.
this, blah 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 blah. But if you sit down and you start planning this beforehand, right? Have a very good plan of as to what we should talk about, what we are supposed to be using, this plan, the goals. Yeah, that's what the goals for our launch marketing strategy. It's really going to be. So I think that was one red flag. Another thing is what will I call it? Budget, insufficient budget, right?
So if you enter, you see that this budget is not big enough. This is a red flag.
Inadequate budget. I just know, like, it's not like you might not have things, but at early stage, most times for, let's say, for social media, you want to be able to run ads. It's okay as marketer. I will tell you, let's go for
Organic.
but
Organic growth.
but there's a stage where you have to put in money.
Okay. So you said early stage founder, because let's be fair with ourselves, most early stage founders don't really have the funds
Yeah.
to to secure this leisure. I will not say leisure per se, forgive my terms. These expenses that come with pre-launch campaign.
Yeah.
I think I spoke with one of our last posts from our section, the lawyer. He said we should go into partnership. Is there anything like that when it comes to pre-launch? Like we'll partner with maybe this
Yes.
agency
Yes.
that can handle
Yeah.
that.
There are a lot of marketing agencies, but it depends when it comes to partnering in marketing. Have a product that nobody wants to go into something that because this is what, okay, let's say for instance, I love using this the Idabasi what the what is it called campaign blah blah blah. And forgotten the name, no forgive me. My favorite one, forgotten the name. The lady that was in charge of marketing, right? These are the things, right? Somebody like that who might want to partner with that coach. Let's say, let me just say she partnered with that person for instance. Even though maybe she might have been, but let me use that as a scenario. Right? These are things. Because at the end of the day, when you meet success, people want to be I want to be able to identify and say my firm, my agency, was the one who was able to help. Though in as much as in marketing, we definitely have the success stories, but most are fine. At the early stage when you talk about partnership, you want to work with the product we believe is feasible. And if at the end of the day nothing we understand that, right? But you must have that, what would they say, destiny. You must have that
A shining star.
yes, a shining star that this is possible to drive. And so yes, you can definitely go into partnership with marketing firms, but you have to be able to put something on the table of what's in for everyone, what we stand to gain, and better products that you have and all of that. So yes, it's actually do possible for early founders to be able to partner with marketing to get it right first.
Get your house in order
Yeah.
before you start inviting
Yeah.
people over. So I know I'm putting you on the spot, right? So you're a marketer, you have years of experience in this, so it's not supposed to be a very hard work for you. So imagine I'm to launch a product. Let me say I'm building a student app where students can go and search for resources on the app, right? I want to do a pre-launch marketing. What should be my step-by-step roadmap to follow based on your experience?
Like I said before, um, I would say we've identified that the target audience and we want to also be able to understand how do I get students involved. This product you need to get students involved. If it means let's start with content. I want to be able to walk into or let me say this is content too. This is also me gathering feedback. Right? What is really was difficult when it comes to getting as a student? And what if a platform like this come as where you can get this? Do you think students? You ask students, it's part of market survey and all. Do you really think students will be willing to pay for this. In as much, another thing is one thing I will always tell any people what they do is in as much as it looks a problem. Let me just use that word. Not all problems. Not all problems
Should be solved.
should be solved. Because if you say you want to go into it for business, you need to be able to understand that it can generate the reason why you're making money. Right? So if students are the like that, right now, this is the problem to them, but how are they navigating it? Right? How are they navigating? If it's something we cannot provide a solution, we want to be able to just let it be, right? Because you want to be able to make money. So these are the roadmaps you follow, you get the thing. So now if you see any loopholes or certain things you think your product can thrive on in it, right? You now pick into it. You now get into school. You can start your marketing campaign by looking for student ambassadors. It's going to really help a product like that very well. So student ambassadors that can talk about this product and showcase it more to their communities. You want to be able, like you'll be very up and doing with student communities in and out, whether it is SUG government or departmental aid, because these are people who are in more position to get your platform. So I think this particular marketing strategy we have to do more on site, and then getting whatever feedback you get on site to the online mode, and then
I quite so at least I think I'll take my note from that. So before we call it a wrap, for those founders that already built their product, they're already that building their products and almost don't build their product, and they don't still feel the need for them to have a pre-launch uh, marketing or a pre-launch marketing strategy. What would be your advice to them?
so, one thing I would say or advise is you need to test the waters, right? Um, a whole lot of products that has come out through a whole pre-launch marketing phase. I've gotten even more better ideas of how their product should be. So let's take for instance, um, you have a roadmap already. My product is supposed to be this. During the pre-launch marketing phase, you have the better understanding now. You even get more clarity, right? Of okay, I think our product should be more than this, or our product should be less than this, right? Pre-launch marketing strategies help you get on that road of near perfectionism, right? And that's the only way you can refine. You can't just, even in our regular market, you can't just say you have goods to sell today and you just wake up one morning and go to the market and sell. They will bounce you. There are procedures to the whole lot of things, and one of those procedures to getting the right product out to the market there is through pre-launch marketing strategy, right? So develop it. I know that the Holy Spirit came to your sleep and told you that there my yeah, there's a perfect idea. Even the Holy Spirit will advise you that please, just first of all, let's test run whatever we have, right? So this is you, and another thing is you have a whole lot of room to make mistakes during your pre-launch marketing, right? People make those excuses for you. But when you say you're a full-blown business, they will drag you to the ends of the earth. When you don't meet certain things, you pose to say you're right. So you have to be able to give yourself this break. And another thing I will tell them is, please, if you finally agree to go into to do pre-launch marketing, give it time. Ah, our pre-launch marketing is 2 weeks, sir. Give it time. Give it time. It can run for as long as 3 months, 5 months, 6 months. Give it time. Give it time to give you that necessary results, that necessary gather feedback, get certain things running before you can finally launch your market into the business. I think I would end my notes.
Okay. So, guys, I think we have had one of with our one and only queen. Nice having you.